In this video, I'm going to show you how to use this really cool tool called Search Analytics for Google Sheets. So it's an extension. This is it here. I'll paste the link in the comments so you can go and install it. You'll simply just click on install here. It's super easy. Then come over into a Google Sheet. So I've just got a blank Google Sheet here. I'm going to go to extensions in the menu and I'm going to select the Search Analytics for Sheets, open sidebar. This is going to give me some options on the data that I want to pull through. I'm going to pull through this data to help us optimize our Shopify store for SEO. So you'll see under the verified sites, it brings through any sites that you have access to under this Google account for Search Console that are verified. So you'll only be able to pull data through on sites you have verified access for on Google Search Console. Then you can select your date range, the search type you're looking for. I'm going to leave it as default, which is web, but you can also do image, video, news, whatever you like there. I'm going to group it by query, which is what people are searching for on Google, and then the page, and that's the page on my website. And then I'm going to say I want it here on this active sheet, and I'm going to request that data. That's going to pull through any of the data that it has available on Search Console for you here on the sheet. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to go through this data. To make it easy, I am going to right click, view more rows or actions, and freeze this top row. Now I have the ability to sort these based on clicks, impressions, click-through rate, or position. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for any that have got high impressions but low click-through rate. So I'm going to right click on this column D and I'm going to say sort sheet Z to A. And now it's sorting by column D, looking at all of the queries here that have got high impressions. And I can see, okay, what have we got that's got high impressions and low click-through rates? That's going to tell me that I might need to go through and make some adjustments to those pages or to those meta descriptions because people aren't clicking through. So if we look for one here, Hatbox Flowers. So this is something we would want to rank for and have people clicking through on. So we've only got 3 clicks, over 3,000 impressions, which is a 0.1% click-through rate. And we're in a pretty low position on Google. We're in position 55 for this particular search query, but I sell flower hat boxes, so I want to improve that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the store and I'm going to find that product. So now I've found this product in my Shopify store. I can scroll down to the bottom here and I can see what people are seeing in the search engines when they're searching for that. So you've got search engine listing. This is what they're seeing. So we're not actually using that keyword at all. Remember, the keyword was hat box flowers. We are not using that. We're saying the floral hat box. So what I would do now is I would change this page title to include hat box flowers and then also include that here in the meta description as well. So the page title is what people are going to see at the top in their search query, and then the meta description is the little description underneath. We want to make sure that we're including the keywords we want to rank for in that title, in that description, and also giving people a call to action so that they click through. So we could be telling them to shop the Hatbox Flowers here now today, put some urgency behind it. So that's where your page title and meta description are going to live, and you have those on all of your products, all of your pages under search engine listing. I would continue to do that and go through for each of these queries that have high impressions and low click-through rates that I actually want to rank for. So another cool thing about it being in a Google Sheet is I can just add a new row in here and I can add my action. So I could go through, rewrite, meta description, and any other actions I want to take, like including that keyword in my description of my actual product as well, to give it a little boost so that we can start showing in a higher position on Google, because this one's currently only in position 55.5. We want to move that up. So I would go through, I would continue to do that on all of those high impressions, low click-through rates. The other thing that I would do is I would go and I would see, what am I getting a lot of clicks for? Okay, so I'm getting a lot of click-throughs on this particular query. What other queries are there here that I'm getting a lot of clicks on that I might want to go and add more into my site, include those keywords more so that I can continue to improve that ranking? Like, how could I get this up to into position 1 or 2 rather than being 6.5? Same here for this one. It's clearly very relevant because it's getting quite a few clicks. Actually, that click-through rate's quite low. That's another one I would go and look at. This one here, position 6.5, but getting a 4.3% click-through rate. So how can I double down and use that keyword more often throughout my site? Another really, really cool one with this tool is you can only do this on page though at the moment, and it's in beta. So I'm going to group by page. I'm going to use this URL inspection. You can also only use the free version on 100 URLs. If you upgrade the plan and you pay for this extension, you can get more. I'm just going to do the free 100 for now. I'm going to request the data. This one takes a little while to generate. So if you get a page and it looks like this and you don't have anything in these columns, just give it a minute. It will populate. Okay, so that did take 2 or 3 minutes for all of these columns to populate. But now that they have, what I'm going to do is I am going to filter on this top row here. So right click it, click the little filter, and then you can see there's so much data that's available in here now. So is the URL on Google? If it's not on Google, why is it not? Do we need to go and recrawl the site? Were they able to fetch the page, or was there a 404? This one is a big one. We want to make sure we don't have any 404s. It's a bad experience, and it is not going to help you with your Google rankings. Another thing we can do is we can go in and actually look at what's happening on this specific URL here. What I'm going to focus on right now is those 404s. So I've got my filter on, and I'm going to go to this coverage column, column G, and I'm going to filter it by only pages that are not found with a 404. Now we know that we need to go through and clean all of these up. So this page may not exist anymore. That's why we're getting a 404. But whenever we have a page that doesn't exist, we need to put a redirect in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this URL. I know it doesn't exist. If I click on it, I'm going to get a 404. So I'm going to copy the URL. I'm going to go over to Shopify. I'm going to go to online store, navigation, and then I'm going to put this URL in place. So this view URL redirects in the top right hand corner. Create URL redirect. I only need the /pages /food and bar, and then I'm going to redirect it to my home page. So I'm just going to put a / and that's going to redirect that page to my home page. Click save, and I am going to give it a minute. Might take a little while for the URL redirect to click in, but once that happens, you can see when I've clicked on that page now, it is taking me to the home page, which is where I have redirected it to, rather than taking me to the 404. Same if I type it in, it's just going to redirect me to the home page because that content no longer exists. And then once we read crawl later on, Google is going to recognize that is in place now as well. So that is the search analytics for Google Sheets extension. Super powerful, allows you to look at your information in a really quick and easy way. And if you're running a Shopify store, want to be working on your SEO, I recommend you go and check it out.